So they're about to be reacting to Hellcat, Dodge's final destination. Man, the day that the Hellcat died was a sad day in America, man. Because the YNs can't stop stealing them. And people that do be having them, they take the police on the chase. They got to nerf the criminal somehow. But let's see what he's talking about. Yes, sir.
If I desired, I could improve you, transform you into...
I'm just talking about 700 horsepower in a regular Hellcat.
Man.
I don't play with that driving fast. I don't want your scat pack. I don't want none of that shit.
After months of complaints, a driver who posted his speeding videos on social media is facing reckless driving charges.
It's dangerous, bro, when the car can't grip, it can't hook. If you take a corner too fast, you touch the throttle even a little too much.
You think you got control of it, but just know that you're going 80, 90 miles per hour.
Man, I want to drive a Hellcat so fast. Now, would I really want that as a personal car? Sure, it'd be cool to have. It was nice. But it's like, I couldn't do that car as a daily. That's one thing I couldn't do. Hellcat as a daily? Fuck no. That's too much gas, too much power. Why do you need 700 power as a daily vehicle? Horsepower, come on, bro. But them was
you
so
lose
nice,
control,
bro.
it's
I'd be hating if I
faster
said
than
it
you've
wasn't.
ever been going in your life. You don't even know what that impact is.
According to police, the custom Dodge Charger SRT has a modified exhaust, which makes the engine sound like gunfire.
Bro, you're spinning and sliding, and if you've never driven something like that, it's over with, bro. It's GG's. That's why we see so many of these cars wrecked.
Hey,
This
y'all, let
week
me
at
get
Pick
an
and
ad
Save,
block
the
when I
more
get
you
my
buy, the
massage.
more you
Don't worry
save.
about it. Just
And
stay
there are
down so we can
hundreds
come
of
up. We
participating items to choose
real
from.
close.
Simply mix and
to
match
getting
5 or
close
more
to,
of the
you know what I'm
participating
saying?
items.
How we want to be. You feel me? Oh, shit. Just stay down to the come up, bro.
I have suffered your company long enough.
December 14th, 1900, Horace and John Dodge founded a company worth today $13 billion. A large part of their success was their unique way of pushing performance through its edge, the Hellcat, now being at the forefront. But how did it all start? This takes us back to 1967, where the speed fever began. The 67 Dodge Dart GTS was the first factory-built big...
Man, if you got one of those, I'm sure it's somebody up in this world, a millionaire, billionaire in this world, that got that collectible. Like, no bull. They got
engine car. With its 280 horsepower, it was the first of its type.
280.
In 1968, something even greater blossomed. The arrival of the legendary Dodge Scat Pack theme, packed with 3 models: the Charger RT, Coronet RT, and Dart GTS. To my
Hold on, them
knowledge,
Dodge Darts they wasn't bad. They made them so ass. No, that's like the Dodge Dart is like a women's
was
car.
the first of its type to gather numerous models under a common theme.
Yeah, that Dodge Dart at the bottom, that look just like, you know what I'm saying, one of these. That don't even look too bad. They should have kept that design. You know, I mean, of course, life is about evolution, of course. But they didn't have to make it how they made it. They literally made it like a Nissan Sentra or Kia Forte, you know, like,
thus creating an aura of exclusivity. To seal the deal, Dodge came up with a half-car, half-bumblebee cartoon mascot. In the 1970s, you had the Challenger RT, Charger RT, Coronet RT, Coronet Super Bee, and Dart Swinger 340, all being a part of the Scat Pack performance lineup. The award-winning Coronet Super Bee Scat Pack costed $3,020. That's...
Nigga, I would have had 5 of those, boy. What?
how much you could have gotten a quote-unquote Hellcat back then.
A Hellcat for $3
The
billion.
person responsible for the Hellcat existing is surprisingly an Englishman. Chris Cowland was born in Cambridgeshire,
Really? That's
England,
interesting.
and
I
would
didn't
work
know
his
that.
way up to becoming the director of advanced and SRT powertrain for Fiat Chrysler Automobiles, that's now part of Stellantis. The idea first came alive in 2011. The goal? Make the most powerful muscle car on the market with a 600 horsepower aim, surpassing the Ford GT500 Mustang, which was making 550 horsepower back then. Ford ended up producing a 5.8-liter V8 for the 2013 GT500, outputting 663 horses. Dodge said, shit, we have to go bigger. The new objective was 700 horsepower.
You know, I'm surprised that this competition, well, I'm kind of not surprised. I feel like the competition would have kept on growing larger and larger and larger. Maybe to 1,000 horsepower, maybe. I might be gassing it. But if people wasn't stealing the car so much and they wasn't taking the police on chase, then they definitely would have. And sometime, probably not in the near future, but in the far future, like 2050, like what's to be considered fast would have to be like 1,000 horsepower. Or they try to put 1,000 stock on one of these vehicles. Let me know if I'm reaching though.
Hellcat
They might have flying cars by then, so hey, I might not be reaching. Who knows though?
Was built in full secrecy at the company. In 2015, everything
Spiteful
was
beat.
ready.
Whoa.
The 2015 Dodge Charger SRT Hellcat.
I wonder who got the
What's
first,
new
like
with
the very
Google
first
Ads?
Hellcat. He probably got that mug. Hey, yo, let me get an
Google
ad
AI
block when I get
powers
monetized. Don't worry
campaigns
about it.
that
I know
work
what it is. Stay down till we come up. You feel me?
Dodge named it after the Furious Grummond F6F Hellcat, a World War II American carrier-based fire aircraft used in the Pacific War from 1942 to 1945. Only 12,275 of those were built, and they are said to have destroyed 5,223 enemy aircrafts in service. In other words, a beast of itself.
Yeah.
It had a 2,000 horsepower, 46-liter, 18-cylinder engine called the Pratt & Whitney R2800 Double Wasp.
See, I don't know much about planes, but for y'all that know a lot about planes or a little bit about planes, that's good. It sounds good. Shit, 2,000 horsepower. Jesus.
It featured a supercharger too. The definition of a Hellcat is also a bad-tempered, spiteful woman, so that also fits the bill. Fun fact, the other name that was seriously being considered was Alley Cat. Not as badass if you ask me.
I like Hellcat.
As for the logo,
I like Hellcat.
Dodge didn't originally plan on one. Dodge CEO Tim Kuniskis said that the logo itself was a very last-minute change, driven by social media feedback. Here was the many iterations considered,
Really?
but ultimately, we're not media feedback. Here was the many.
That's low-key tough, I guess. That look like some Voltron stuff. Elite knowledge. If y'all don't know Voltron, y'all know nothing. This tough right here. That's ass. That's ass. That's ass. That's terrible. Yeah. Okay, so 1, 2, and 3, but 1 and 2. Therefore, they picked the right one. Hey, W, I did.
Iterations considered, but ultimately, we're now all familiar with the fierce, aggressive cat logo that's baring its teeth and pulling back its ears.
Yeah.
The goal to beat Ford was accomplished. No one wants a Mustang now. Everyone wants a Hellcat. Upon release, the Heli had a 6.2-liter supercharged Hemi V8.
Hold on.
Upon release, the Heli had a 6.2-liter supercharged Hemi V8, pumping out 707 horsepower and 650 pound-feet of torque. Due to aerodynamics, the Charger was typically just a bit quicker than the Challenger, but both cars ran mid-3 seconds 0 to 60s. 2019 and up, Hellcats got an increase to 717 horsepower, thanks to some tuning and a change to the intake. When announced in 2014 as a 2015 model year, there was just one trim level for the Challenger Hellcat, replacing the previous SRT8 model and starting at $58,295.
MSRP, bro, that car, that's like $63,000. That's like a $63,000 car. That's a lot. I'm sure the price is double nowadays since they stopped making those, so people like really collected Hellcats. Like one of 30s, one of 50s. You know what I'm saying? All that shit crazy.
2018 saw the introduction of the Y-body, adding 7
That
grand
wide
to
body's
the
so
car.
nice. I'm not a fan of the Challenger, but that wide body, I like a wide body on a car. Like a good wide body on a good car. Like if you make a wide body look bad on a car, then you just have terrible taste. Honestly, bro. But that's
The Hellcat, or Red Eye,
Genuinely
the
sexy.
Demon, was also introduced in 2018. 2019 saw the Red Eye unveiled, which meant the cost of the regular Hellcat went down several thousands as a marketing tactic. May 15th, the Demon 170 made its debut, limited to 3,300 units, with a starting price of $96,666.
Go what? That's a lot of money for a Hellcat, but I'm just saying, you know what you can do with $96,000? Y'all know what y'all can do with that $96,000?
MSRP. The Charger was a bit more expensive, starting at $62,295. It got upgraded 2 years after the Challenger with a wide body in 2020 and a red eye in 2021. But unlike the Challenger, you could only get the Charger Hellcat and red eye in wide body form, as Dodge removed the regular body option. By 2022, a jailbreak reached almost $90,000. And of course, the RT Scat Pack with a $46,940 MSRP for the non-wide body version. The Durango Hellcat is much simpler.
Durango, I said it before, I'm gonna say it again. This is one of the ugliest vehicles I have ever seen. It's like they tried to mash a truck in a van. And I don't like vans, me personally, but bro, something about Durangos just irked my soul, bro. This big ass hunk of metal.
2021 and 2023 model years, starting at around $83,000 to $91,000. The Durango churns out 710 horsepower stock. In 2018, Jeep also introduced the Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT Trackhawk, boasting Hellcat supercharged 6.2-liter V8 and 707 horsepower stock. Starting at $91,665, the Trackhawk is the highest performance Grand Cherokee model to date. Finally, the Ram 1500 TRX sports the same engine, but with a slight...
Man, people, I don't know what they're doing to their exhaust, but I've been seeing on reels lately, they've been sounding scary, bro. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. I can't really find it. I don't know. But they been sounding scary, bro. Like
more expensive, $98,335 MSRP. But let's face the nitty-gritty. Come on.
Yep.
I mean, we all do
Taking
it.
the police on the chase.
Have no idea what it's for, but your brain is like, should I join it?
That's the main striker.
Right?
Hey, let me call you back. I got to stand.
All right. Let's talk about it.
Yep.
Hellcats have been the subject of hate and controversy for these past few years. The car community hates on them, mainly due to the fact of the type of drivers that buy them. Doing burnouts at intersections and blocking off lights is considered as typical Hellcat owner behavior, according to the internet. People doing what they want with the cars they paid for is seen...
I mean, bro, I'm dropping 60, 70... 100 bands on a car. I'm doing whatever the fuck I want to, and the police not catching me, so I'm not dealing with that ticket. But guess what? I'm not dropping that much on no car. Therefore, the police won't have to chase me, and therefore they won't get me. Just saying, bro.
Blasphemous acts.
That's a lot.
The other half of haters is, let's be honest, jealous individuals that never drove a car past 250 horsepower. The next touchy subject is, why does the Hellcat appeal to a segment of the African American community? Is it for their good traction? Surely not. One of the reasons, I think, if you want to buy an AMG GT63S, for example, a car that makes 630 horsepower, you'll have to put down at least $170,000.
Man, hell, bro, what? 200? Man.
Instead, you can get a Hellcat that makes more than 700 horsepower for not more than 100 grand. The price is definitely one factor. Then we have the flex factor. And what a better way to look cool than pulling up at the restaurant in your whining supercharged Mopar. Third factor is the hip-hop influence. When rappers start to do something, the world follows. Like the Impalas, 2000s Escalades, and Chrysler 300s, the Hellcat's popularity skyrocketed with the help of rappers including them in their music videos, talking about them in their lyrics, and owning them in real life. From Lil Durk to the Migos, 21 Savage, Chief Keef, or even Polo G.
What about Sexy Red with the Hellcat SRT? Nigga, come pull up on me. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas strictly wanted the Hellcat to pull up on hoes. And that's perfectly fine. To each his own.
Every rapper has talked about Hellcats at least once in their songs. YouTubers follow Quan, Kamacat, SRT Len, SRT Joey, or Poppy Zook. And while the Hellcat hype might go away one day, the looking cool hype will never. And that's why they've been so cherished. But unfortunately, things appear to have come to an end. At the 2021 Los Angeles Auto Show in late November, Dodge CEO Tim Kuniskis said in an interview, and I quote, "I will have this car, this platform, this powertrain as we know it through the end of 2023. There's 2 more years to buy a Hellcat. Then it's history." Basically, he confirmed that from 2023 and on, Hellcats will no longer be sold new from the factory by Dodge, and rather looking ahead to producing future electric cars instead.
Sad in America, this is a terrible move by Dodge. This is a terrible move by Dodge on their behalf, if you ask me. But hey, I'm not a business owner. You know, I don't control the millions. And they probably see something that we don't. They probably seen Tesla take off and like, imagine doing that to a Dodge. We'll make quadruple what we make now. But I don't think that's the case, bro. This was the worst mistake that Dodge could ever make. In my
The
humble
most
opinion,
important factors on why they're gone are compliance costs and environmental regulations that Hellcats just didn't meet. Second, they believe electric motors can give them even more performance.
No.
The key word here is practical. Dodge could spend millions to make another amazing V8, but it wouldn't be practical from a business standpoint. And whether they're right or wrong about that, only time will tell. They want to chase down the Tesla Model S Plaid, which is the gold standard of performance with a 0 to 60 of 2 seconds flat.
Damn.
Elon, we're coming for you, bro. Other competitors emerging are Rivian and Lucid Motors. Dodge said they can't catch them with the gas engines, so they will attempt with the EVs, like the Charger Daytona SRT Banshee concept, expected to reach upwards of 807 horsepower for base models. And that doesn't sound that bad, to be honest. One by one, death comes through them all. In the movie Final Destination, the hero sees and predicts everyone's death. Hellcat predicted their success. Whether you like it or not, they killed their competitors and became number 1. But yes, all good things must come to an end.
Sadly, man. Sadly. Now, I gotta wait until I get rich to get a Hellcat. Even though I had to do that in the first place, they want money out the ass. Like, that's a lot of money to put on a car. But no, yeah, man. What do y'all think? Do y'all think that Dodge made a mistake by going electric from now on? Or nah? Me personally, I think they did. Ain't nothing like a oil ram transmission. I said transmission. A oil ram engine, bro. There's nothing like that. A natural engine that take natural gas. But nah, let me know what y'all think. I'm gonna catch you niggas in the next one. Yes, sir.